Hi, this is Leigh, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Alchemy Intuitive Arts. If you're a subscriber, I'd like to say thank you. If you're a returning viewer, I'd like to say thank you. And if you're not either of those, why not? Please smash the like button and subscribe. I am your tour guide to take you on a cosmic trip across the spiritual galaxy. So if that piques your interest, then punch your ticket and climb aboard. And with that said, let's get into it. So today I'm going to talk about relationships, and I'm going to talk about a little bit on the balance of relationships and the imbalance of relationships and the energy of relationships. So everyone wants a soulmate. To clarify, a soulmate could be somebody from a prior lifetime, somebody you feel a very strong connection with. And they could be here for good reasons or bad reasons. So a soulmate isn't always a good person in your life, although when you look at each person as an opportunity for a lesson, then you see everyone as a good person in your life. If you're on the spiritual path, you want to grow and become a better person and raise your frequency and become closer to the divine. And the way to do that is through the lessons that you encounter with each of the individuals that you meet. And sometimes those lessons are painful, and sometimes those lessons are amazingly beautiful. But it's really up to us to embrace our lessons. You know, when we have a lesson that's painful, that means we're in the process of learning about ourselves in a way that is very deep and very painful. Perhaps we've experienced something as a child or as an adult that has caused us to, attract in the wrong kind of person into our life. And it's up to us to begin to recognize and have self-love and realize that when we're with that type of a person, they can be a karmic person, a karmic soulmate. And it's up to us to recognize when we're in a karmic cycle with somebody and to graciously bow out and learn your lesson. And sometimes that's difficult to do because perhaps that person doesn't want you to leave. Perhaps you don't want to leave. You feel compelled to stay with that person. Maybe you're codependent in some way. And so you are wanting to stay with that individual and be with that individual. And it's really up to you to trust your intuition and recognize when you're in a karmic soulmate situation. This can also be family members. It can also be your children. Soulmates come as friends. They can even be business partners. They could come in any form. It's all about the lesson. And if you went through a whole lifetime without getting that lesson, you're going to be, stuck in this cycle again in this lifetime. And that's how somebody becomes a soulmate, is because your soul is pulling you to evolve, to recognize yourself, to honor yourself. So that's the negative karmic soulmates. And we see this as a very painful event in family situations where you may have a parent or a child that is a karmic soulmate. In fact, I think a lot of people have their family members as soulmates, and many families break apart because there's one person in the family, the black sheep, that doesn't go along with the family, code of ethics or whatever that is. They don't believe in the same things, and they go out and decide to make their own decisions and live their life independently. Maybe a family member has done something to harm you in some way, physically, mentally, emotionally, or all of the above. This happens all the time. Sometimes it's a generational curse. So anyways, that's a soulmate that is a karmic soulmate. It's up to you to care for your own self. And then we have the beautiful kind of soulmate, the type of soulmate that is one that you're there to learn about your heart chakra. They help you open your heart chakra. You fall in love with them. You have deep emotion for them. And that too is a lesson about self-love. Maybe some things happened to you as a child where your heart kind of closed up. Maybe you had a family member or a friend or a situation, that was bad, a traumatic event, and your heart just closed up and you said, I'm never going to care about anybody ever again. Well, when you meet a soulmate that is a good soulmate, your heart is going to crack open again. They're going to teach you about love. It may be the first time you've ever felt that way. Or it may not be the first time. Maybe you've felt that way before, and then for some reason your heart closed up, and now this person is helping you open your heart up again. That's your heart chakra. That's an energy center. And that's why, the little heart represents love, because that's our heart chakra. And our heart is the leader of that energy center. So I have the sacral chakra, which is the essence of your male or female energy. And so when you meet your person, you're willing to open up in that way. Now, for women, this is especially important because the way that they are vulnerable is by being around someone they can trust. So if you don't trust somebody, you may find that you lose desire to be with them, physically. But if you do trust someone and you believe that they care about you and you believe that you're safe with them, then your sacral chakra and your root chakra, those will open up and be more available. You'll allow yourself to be more vulnerable. And this can go for men too, although men, and women obviously are different in the way that they move physically. But everybody, when they fall in love, they're going to feel differently about their physicality with somebody. It's going to be a different experience. It's going to be more satisfying. It's going to be more whole. It's going to be a situation that they're going to want to return to, that you as a female will want to return to over and over again. And same with a man. When you get that, not just that physical gratification, but that emotional and spiritual gratification, this is something that you're going to want to experience again. And especially this spiritual, because it's a form of enlightenment. It's a way to connect to the divine. When you are intimate, making love with somebody who is touching you in a spiritual way, there is nothing to compare with that. It is the best sex ever that you're going to experience, because it's more than just, physical. And so those soulmates are there to teach you how to be vulnerable, to teach you how to love yourself, to teach you how to experience the divine. And that in this world is very rare, but it does happen. And those people, when you find them, you want to keep them around. It's important to allow yourself to be vulnerable, allow yourself to open up, allow yourself to attract a beautiful partner into your life. And if you're not, you have to ask yourself, what is going on with me? Why do I keep attracting the wrong people? And believe me, this has been my lifelong challenge. Although I haven't always done that, but I have a few times. And as I said before, sometimes these karmics, they are like the best looking person, the most charismatic, the most good looking, the most intelligent, the funnest. I mean, there's a lot of things that lure you into that karmic relationship. And some people could even be downright bad people. I mean, they could have narcissism qualities about them. They could be even demonic. I mean, there's all kind of people out there, so be careful when you're looking for a soulmate, looking for a twin flame, that type of thing. The key here, though, is balance, equal give and take. If you're not receiving equal give and take, then that's your red flag. That person isn't willing to meet you in the middle, then that's your red flag. Because that means they're not ready, or you're not ready. There's a reason why the relationship is imbalanced, and it's up to you to recognize if you're in a relationship that's imbalanced, that you need to take care of yourself. If you look at it purely in a logical way, you don't want to spend your time investing in somebody that is not gonna give you your return on investment, your ROI. Again, it's like putting money in the bank. If you're going to invest in somebody and put your emotions in there, your good energy, your money, your potentially your assets, your spiritual abundance, whatever it is that you're adding to the relationship, and they're not adding anything in there, then you need to take your toys and go find somebody else to play with. And you need to take yourself and potentially take a step back for a while and ask yourself, what is it that I've done that put me in this situation, and what do I need to do to grow? And then when you go back in to meet somebody, recognize those signs. If you have anything to say, please add it to the comments. Put the comments down below. Please like and subscribe. And with that said, peace, love.